President János Áder bowed in a moment of silence at the grave of former Prime Minister József Antall on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of his death at the National Burial Grounds on Fiumei Street. The president laid a wreath at the memorial to Hungary's first freely elected prime minister after the transition to democracy. József Antall, a historian, died on December 12, 1993. Péter Boros, who was prime minister following the Antall government, said Antall had been a knowledgeable and calm political figure who served the long-term interests of the nation. It was thanks to him that the country had become governable, he said. President János Áder met in Budapest bishops of Hungarian communities in other countries. Áder said the church was a community and a fortress, a shelter, knowledge and experience, a helping hand in any case, but all the more so for ethnic Hungarian communities. Áder expressed gratitude to Hungarian church heads, priests and pastors, Catholicism teachers and all helpers of the churches for their being a firm supporter in the survival efforts of Hungarian communities. The meeting was attended by Prime Minister Viktor Orbán and House Speaker László Kövér. The first decade of the Hungarian National Council of Transylvania has been a success, Tibor Tétóró said at the 10th anniversary of the organization. The former executive chair of EMNT said the organization was founded in 2003 to keep the issue of autonomy on the agenda. Thanks to EMNT's efforts, there is no Hungarian political organization in Transylvania today that would dare use anti-autonomy rhetoric, Tóró said. The organization has markedly stood up for the issue of autonomy over the past 10 years, he added. Third Hungarian Party of Slovakia has been officially registered. The Hungarian Christian Democratic Association started last October to collect the 10,000 signatures needed for setting up a party. This year it merged with the Party of Entrepreneurs in Slovakia, which is a full-fledged member of the European Free Alliance, a political group in the European Union. As a result, the new party has also become a member of the group right from the start. The new party plans to file candidates at next year's European parliamentary election. It defined itself as a regional party organized on ethnic basis. The Secular National Council has asked supporters to sign a petition launched during the Great March of October. Balázs Izsák, head of the autonomy movement, hopes that more than 150,000 people, more than those attending the march, will sign the document, which is available both on paper and via the internet. The petition is aimed at both reinforcing the objectives of the march and creating a movement to support secular autonomy.
Romania's EMNT party has accused the rector of the Medical University of Marosvásárhely with offending the Hungarian community when he said that Hungarian youth should learn their mother tongue at home or in the theater, while they must learn their profession in Romanian. The rector referred to the success of Hungarian students in their resident examinations as an argument for medical courses to be taught in Romanian. A Bucharest court will pass its decision next week in a slander case MEP László Tőkés initiated against Romanian Prime Minister Victor Ponta. Tőkés sued the Prime Minister because Ponta had said in February that Tőkés was representing anti-Romanian interests and he was using the terminology of Hungary's interwar era. Tőkés claims a sum equivalent to 6.7 million forints in compensation for the slanderous remarks.
Romania's House of Representatives has voted against an amendment to the country's mining law, thus rejecting changes which would have given the green light to a cyanide-leached gold mine project at Verespatak. If the amendment had been passed, any mining activity could have been labeled as a public benefit activity, and properties obstructing the project could have been appropriated. Romania's Senate also rejected the amendment last week. The Chango radio wants to switch to terrestrial broadcast after 4 years on the internet to provide access to those people who do not have the internet or computers in their homes. The radio also wants to reach those Chango that currently have Romanian channels only. Celestin Lőrinc launched the radio's broadcast in Moldava's Csíkfalu in 2009 to spread Chango culture and provide information to the local Chango people as well as to those who have left Moldova. Lőrinc said the radio was seeking to set up an aerial which would enable broadcast in a range of 100 kilometers. The ecumenical charity will distribute 8 packages to more than 1,100 people in need in Transylvania. Around 4 tons of canned and preserved food collected in Hungary will arrive in Marosvásárhely, where orphanages, old people's homes and deprived families living in the region will receive the donations.